Hello. Dragoon, Gillock, good to see you both. Hello. I hope you are doing well. Another Tuesday has passed. Because unlimited overtime is done, I started on time. And I had tacos today. I'm very happy with that. But yeah. So, you know, gonna put in a few hours into some Final Fantasy 16. Big shit happened last time. Sid's dead. That's unfortunate. But we're Sid, so there is that. I also have lightning abilities now, because of course. And we were introduced to who is the biggest of bads in this game, Ultima. So we'll see how that transpires as we go forward. Hi. Game music. There we go. And I need you. Oh, my hand feels compressed. In a good way. Ah, yeah, we are now at home. I gotta go speak with Otto.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Welcome back, Sid.
Thanks.
With that log, so we can call it a ball.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosness. I expect he'll be in the mess.
And it will also probably be a right mess. Okay. Where go? Or why? I wanna...
It's Sid.
Stay in London.
There's no obelisk.
This time? Clive. Is everything all right?
I want to check something. Already messed with this a bunch. Don't know how I feel about the motion blur. I'm never a fan of it. It does feel like it has its use here, though. It does make the camera movements a bit smoother. But we've been playing with it for, better part of 15 hours, so we're going to continue to do that. And just suffer. Sorry. What up, Nectar? You're wondering what this new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my furless friend. All in good time. It's going to be a jobs board. All right, Otto.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Ah, it was an airship.
This is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
I feel vindicated in saying, man, that looks like a pretty good airship. It looks like the Ragnarok 8, if I'm being honest.
Have you finished sorting those reports?
Not like the interiors, but like the exterior. Who's Vivian?
I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Oh, hello.
Back from your mission?
I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
I mean, I am
One
pretty
might
good
say
at what
the
I
same
do.
of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Exposition dump? All right, let's go.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Okay.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Can't believe he made it out of the hideaway alive. Well, the previous iteration of that. Sid's original. Ah. There it is. There we go. I just want to see what the weapon appearance is. Oh, that looks cool. Look at that. Hippocrates. Huh. Adequately named.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Is that 12 reference?
Norseman Hippocrates.
I think it is.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive.
No, that's
You were missed,
a 9
as
reference.
always.
I
Yeah.
believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
already. Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
But Nectar's right over
The
the...
twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
What's my level at?
Soon. I should get some rest while I can.
I will. I don't know what my level's at.
Is yours. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Aww.
Study the tones?
Ooh. Alright, let's shop. Let's see what's available. Or not.
Not back a blink, and you're already off solving everyone's problems.
I mean, I
And
just
it's
talked to a
good, Clive.
Tomes dude.
Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Like they can't tell that they were branded with the scar that they have on their
Could gather
face. It
from
looks like a
worthy of a
fucking
letter.
brand. Like, I'm happy that it's gone and it's not on my face anymore, though it did make me look cool. But like, it's very obvious. It's very obvious. In the same shape and the same location it is on every branded.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Changing the tune. Background music played in the hideaway can be changed by accessing the orchestrion. The track list is expanded using equestrian scrolls acquired from main scenario quest shops or treasure coffers. They're stupid expensive, too. I thought it was going to be a cover of the Simon and Garfunkel tune, and it's literally just silence. And yeah, I applaud that. That's great. Marinate yard chocobo. Prepare hen by draining blood and removing both head and feet. Offal, particularly the heart and liver, should be set aside for later use. Stir into deep bowl watered wine, preferably of the red variety. honey, salt, pepper, nutmeg, and any other seasonal savory herbs if you desire. Add to the bowl the desired bird and let lay in a dark room for a single turn of the sun, so a day. Break the breastbone and ready your force meat thusly. Force meat? Chop together the heart and liver of the chocobo and mix it with the crumb of a stale barm, pepillo, or cupo nuts, soaked in boiled cream, beaten mace, and as much time as will lie on a gill penny and fill the bird, but not overly so. Lard the breast with boar bacon and spit the bird, tying it at both ends, the force meat not spill onto the coals. Roast until skin is golden brown, taking care to baste regularly with drippings. My mouth's watering a little bit, not gonna lie. I mean, this is making a big old chicken. That's what that's doing.
Does that one have blood?
Can I
Maeve,
get you, Sid?
order a drink.
The usual, then.
Yes, please. 500 gil for a drink? That seems expensive. It's more expensive than a potion.
Oh, keep your mug handy.
And potions heal. Hey, what's up, Charon?
And what can I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down?
A little bit. We ain't got nothing that's good. Automatically charged with magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Its free effect will not trigger unless the ability to charge magic is learned. Huh. Crimson Tassels. Ooh. Increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. Increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. Wait, this is dealing? Yeah. Ooh. I'm very tempted. They're 10k a piece. That's nuts.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
So I'm gonna buy one.
It'd better all be here.
Where are those? Yeah.
I reckon I can find a buyer. Finished, are you?
Yeah, I am. Thanks. Thanks, Karen.
Clive,
Oh, what's up, Goots?
You're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
You know what, Goots? I like you. You're trying your best. And there's nothing... Can't say nothing wrong about that.
Clive,
Friend?
what do you want?
Ooh, the Levin bolt. From heaven on high, far did his bolt fall for to deliver justice. Yeah.
No scratches, all right?
I have a feeling that if I continue to upgrade my weapon with the soul of whatever enemy it is that I beat, there'll be an achievement at the end of it.
It is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's into Karen's shop. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Have you been to the toll?
Why are you? Hello,
Otto was here
Jill.
earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Wall of Memories. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Sid. This crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. It's the only memory I have. Oh. Excuse me. What's over here? Ooh, what's that? Oh, State of the Realm. Okay. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republican Army marches on the Empire at Twin Side, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
Destroy the Mother Crystal.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
Nothing like a little bit of the Final Fantasy prelude. Always gets me. Oh, am I going to get to play as Joshua? The Northern Territories.
so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more.
So is destroying the Mother Crystals not what we're supposed to do?
The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
No, I'm not gonna get to play as Joshua.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
We
Not
were
at
having
all.
a drink.
We were just discussing strategy.
We're both fully clothed.
Freely, Otto.
It's Martha.
You're not interrupting shit,
She's
dude.
gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest?
Apparently, it's too lewd for Otto. I mean, if you look at it, Jill's not showing any skin whatsoever. She is fully clothed, and she's kitted for, like, combat. I really like her. I like Jill. She's a great character. She's a good-looking character. Her design is cool. I like her hair. Her personality is a winning one. She's a good character. I actually kind of like Clive, too, which is weird because it's been a hot minute since I've liked a protagonist in Final Fantasy. Like, nah, I like Lightning. I think Lightning's cool. Yeah, Lightning's cool. But like, she's not. I don't think she's like a good character. She's just cool. Balthier. He's cool. And I actually like his character. Him and Fran are like a great duo. But like Tidus can suck eggs. Zidane ain't that great. Squall. Whew. Whew. Squall. Cloud's kind of nothing. I don't think Terra's the protagonist, and Celis is great. Whom I do think is the protagonist of 6. Butts is fine because his name's Butts.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial
Cecil's okay, I guess.
area started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled. Bones were broken. The usual. But
The Onion
somewhere in
Knights
the
are just
middle
kind of
of it
meh.
all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up
Furion's
everyone
pretty
who's ever
cool.
set eyes
I like
on a
Furion.
runaway,
Like Maria.
claiming they're traitors
Like
to
Guy,
the Holy
who's a
Throne,
geek.
conspiring to restore the house.
Like
of
Final
God's
Fantasy II's
physical
cast is
power.
pretty good.
And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put.
The Warriors of Light are very much
Old Martha could see the
the same
way
as the
it was
Onion Knights.
blowing, complained that it was
Hold on
getting
to nothing.
harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire.
And I love Jack.
Couple of curse breakers.
Great
are
character.
already on their way to the inn.
Real
They
simple-minded.
should speed up
I can
the
get behind
search.
it.
But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Oh boy. All right, what's up? Fine. Fine. Wait, find the curse breakers. Where are they? There's side quests. Aha.
Finish with that log.
Relax, Ed.
The boatman.
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
No.
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative.
Okay.
And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Is it? Wait. The name of this quest is Cock and Ball. Cock and Ball. Will this kill me? No. Awesome.
Easier than felling a forest, I said.
It is.
Don't have teeth.
Significantly easier than filling a forest. What are you talking about? Don't be an idiot. Oh, they're like pitcher plants. I get it. hold on. We got any quests over here? No, but that is where I need to go, so. I'll go back to Orbulus first. After I kill some craws. Good old crawdads.
It's over.
Ooh, there's some more over here. Neato potato. Oh, it puts me up here. I gotta go.
Finish with that,
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Fun.
Yeah.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Still feels like something that we should probably put a little more emphasis on, like, fixing. No?
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Blight.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Found her. I'd rather not bump into them again.
They hurt Martha, they'll have the whole rest to answer to you. Bet they will. Not just the rest, but me as well.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
culling, is it? Enable an on-screen waveform that provides visual representation of in-game sounds and music. Nah, I think I'm good.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Like your mother! Wonder if we're actually gonna get to put that bitch in the ground like she deserves.
Soldiers from the garrison just stormed in unannounced and started smashing up the place.
How does one Porgal get up and down those ladders? I wonders.
It's over. Farewell.
Oh, wait, can I not get over there from here? Oh, man. No, I have to go. God damn it. Fine, I guess. Just, you know, go in the wrong direction.
Fucking Imperials.
Yeah.
Oi, look sharp.
Good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid. We're doing what we can to treat the wounded.
Can I pet the Jill? It's been a hot minute, buddy. Yeah. Hmm. I'm gonna get this. I mean, I can just reset it if I want to. It's kind of the nice. That's like a really great thing about this video game. Is that I could just reset all my shit if I want to. And try again.
Look. Up ahead.
Martha.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Oh?
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Should send Torgal with her. I don't want to lose my best friend, but like I'd like for her to live.
Joke. There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far. Even for the Empire.
I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, that was sick. That cooldown time's probably gonna be a lot. Cool. I don't know how I feel about Ramu's powers.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
Curious to who this
To
asshole
dwell
is.
in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. that all of them?
I think so.
Really? We got no answers, though. Like, why are they shields?
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Martha to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They
We
knew
put him in
the
a
fate
sack?
that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Are we about to dance? Are we about to dance? Are we essentially going to be doing ascending? Called the casting, but I mean, we know what it really is. Is that an Ahriman? What is this? There's hunts? Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Excuse me? Armon in 4 is rough stuff. Cast Doom on you. Start the fight, essentially.
Help me, boy.
Oops. That doesn't do a dash when you're in the air. I forgot.
It's over.
Yeah. Notorious Mark slain. Let's go. Take a level up. Yeah. It's taking forever to get level ups.
You didn't see that coming.
I can't believe they made him say that. Of all the characters to say a thing like that, Clive is the least likely to do so, in my opinion. Sid? Sure. Clive? No. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I think it's great. I just wouldn't have pinned it on Clive to say something like that.
That must be the bridge.
All right, time to dance. I suppose. Well, it's not like Sid was like a pun master. I just can see him being a person that would say that.
Cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
Oh, did you follow me? Did you decide not to help me with Ahriman? Okay, it seems
More
good.
than they deserve.
Thanks, Jill.
We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Back we go.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
I mean, I don't see why not. Not like they're really doing anything. A new quest is available nearby. Well, now. What say we find out what this is?
Try not to move. You'll make it worse.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours?
Yep.
Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing.
Baby.
Question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Oh.
Chocobos?
You
No.
heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones?
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
Why not?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Well, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Okay.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
The White-Winged Wonder. This has a different emblem than most side missions. Why is that? I know where I'm supposed to go. Huh. Oh, where is it on the local map? Alright. I'm going the correct direction.
That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Wait a minute. Is my chocobo not dead? Because if my chocobo's not dead, we may have just found ourselves a very convenient ride.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
No, they're not. As well, they shouldn't. Oh.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Her? And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
did dodge. I didn't dodge.
It's over.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived.
This is legitimately making my eyes misty. My man's is reunited with his chocobo.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
You have reunited me with a long-lost friend.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
She got an eye patch. Arr. Me name's Ambrosia. Is Torgal gonna ride the third one?
Figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides.
I like this guy. He's really
We'll get
kind.
along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? That can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind.
All right. He's still kind of a dick because he still sees Bearer as being,
Good luck to the
you know,
both of
pieces
you.
of shit. But he is a kind-hearted individual, it seems.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Let's go. I just got an ambrosia. Ambrosia's tack, a bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo. Ambrosia, displayed in Clive's chambers. Oh, hey, it's a memorial. Chocobo unlocked. Cool. How canst I used it? After 18 long years, it has been 18 years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and X to mount the chocobo. Are we gonna get a chocobo song? We're not gonna get a chocobo song. This is sick. Does Jill have one too? Yay! Aw, poor Torgal. I would have laughed if they put Torgal on the back of one of these. That's pretty great. All right, back to the highway. Yay! I got my feathered friend. Yay! That made me very happy.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
Yeah, thanks. Thought she'd have something, you know, fun to say.
On autumn's breath, ill tidings born, an erstwhile home in twain are torn. Now in his path fell shades abide, pray let them not impede his stride. Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Allude?
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
I've seen people compare this game to like Game of Thrones in terms of story, and that's very inaccurate. Just because they say fuck and shit, and there's some sex and a lot of blood, doesn't make it Game of Thrones like. Just makes it dark fantasy. That's all it is. It's like dark Final Fantasy. Anyway. New facilities. Following hideaway facilities are now available. Alliant reports, the Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. All three are located near the Auto in the Mess. Speak with Gav.
Waiting for indeed.
Journey to Hawk's Cry.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
This game's gonna end up finishing in Rosaria. I can kind of already feel it.
So Mather's all right.
All right, Nectar.
This way.
Hi, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Why, what's up?
What's the matter, Nectar?
Matter is this, Kupo.
The Hunt Board. It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not. I already knew all that. And that's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Moogles. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the Greenswood would dare deal with me, so I need you to slay them all.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's so good to have found someone who understands me. I'll stay here then and keep an eye out on all the billets that get posted on the board, so if there's anything you need to know, ask. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the Hunt Board. Hopes that fearless heroes, such as Clive, will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. We already got the Ahriman, C rank. Angel of Death, a C rank as well. Trader coming by the way of Caer Norvent met with a troop of Cursebreakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering. Though the Cursebreakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey through their pass, the sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. Belphegor. Reports have been received of a wild avis of striking size making its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Though all efforts are being made not to rouse the beast's ire, it is surely but a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition any brave volunteers to march to the northern borders, that we might cut the fiend down before it makes trenchers of the nearby villages. Okay. Can't accept them, they're just there. What's up, Desiree?
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Please.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Completing side quests will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper and the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Your merry band of outlaws and astonishing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. Excuse me. We've gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry.
All yours.
Does it cost me? Our order is one built on pride. That does not mean we are too proud to give thanks, for thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again.
Here you are.
Who? Ooh, a berserker ring.
All done?
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
I do.
Quick look.
And there's nothing, because I'm awesome.
Always something in there.
There's hunts I could do though. Oh, there's one. How do I get to it? Where the hammer is.
That broom's as ragged as goat's locks.
I think it's alright to touch him.
Yes, it's alright to touch my dog. He's a dog, for Christ's sake. Give him pets. I mean, he's a wolf, but give him pets. I think I found out why there's no trees around here. And it's not the blight. It's we needed to build stuff.
It's not
It won't be long now, Martel. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
How many did you get off of one tree? Damn it. Alright, keep asking some Martell apples. Where am I taking them?
Did you come through the forge today?
And you say Sid built this place?
Well, we can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years, but it was his idea we claim it for our own.
I'll take it.
Perhaps they're old enough for the census.
Pretty.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
But she's dead, isn't she?
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Them old apples were enough to curdle your gut.
That room's as ragged as ghost larks. I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
This game reminds me quite a bit of The Witcher, if I'm being honest. Witcher 3 specifically. Combat in this is infinitely better than that game. I still think that game's quest writing was better than what this one's is. I don't know. To compare this to The Witcher 3 is a task, because I genuinely think The Witcher 3, while it is among my 100 favorite games, I don't really hold it that high on my own personal list, but I do think it is among the greatest games ever made, just in terms of how it does side quests, how it does world building, how it has created a world that actually feels lived in for the most part. Like, everyone you interact with in The Witcher 3 has a reason for being where they are when they are. It's not like a different open world game like a Red Dead or a GTA, where everybody's just kind of around. Maybe not Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2 is a little bit... Either way. But no, this feels a bit closer to like a Witcher 3 than it does many other video games.
The
Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martell.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martell. Why did you have to die?
Because everyone does.
She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
All right, I'm starting to get some experience points for these side quests, which I wasn't getting. All the side quests I'd done up to this point were worth like 10, 20 XP-ish. 10, 20-ish XP there. Like, I can words. And like, yeah. I don't know. Foundations of Velistian Botany. Morble Tendrils. Burrow. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Grind in mortar and add to warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Okay, so corals have been brought up a lot. I've yet to see one, and I'm afraid for what kind of creature it's going to be because they can suck. They are enemies that can suck real bad. Real bad. Caution recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted. Add warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Experimental record. Bahumil, head botanist. Okay, so this is the dipshit that didn't really like or that cared more about the growing of tree than Martell herself. Anyway, mixed equal parts first-rate vineyard hummus from Goutland's bales with Stedland soil. Of the 6 cuttings planted therein, 2 survived to flower, only to wither and die within a senate. After even amalgamated with the finest imperial loam, blighted earth is still affecting a nutritional deficiency. Might be remedied with some further source of nourishment, saltpeter or potash, or the dung of a racing chocobo. She'll be the subject of my next round of experiments. I'm happy that Bahumil was not the one that's remembered. It's Martell. To be honest, I didn't remember who she was, but after they mentioned that she cared more about plants than people, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, it's her. How much water can a flower drink? A lot of water.
What do you need? So, will it be?
No, because the stupid gear that I got from Lady What's-Her-Face is better than everything that the game wants to throw at me. That's right. I wanted to go to Clean Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I am gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find her. She has spent her life doing the exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Jill. Ambrosia Tack. And Martell apples. Yay. I got 3. Alright. Oh wait, I can't really do anything. Journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff. Yep. I will. Managed to spend almost an hour doing side shit. Go figure. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
Revenge.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
At him.
Come on.
How can you not give him head pats? Come on, Clive. Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Is that where? Okay, so if that thing in the background there is where we are heading, Port Isolde. That's pretty rad that it's actually like rendered right now, and that as we get closer, it's just gonna get bigger. I want to see a map. Oh, that's not. Hold on. Huh, interesting.
mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Maybe. Increase the limit break generation amount 6% for taken or when taken damage.
Much obliged.
You.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Yeah, well, I can turn into a giant, so.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed their gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
That's good to know. Hold on. I want to just point out here. It says, speak with several of the villagers. I've done one of two. Two is not several. Two is a couple. Several would be like 4. Of which I've now spoken to 4 total.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Yeah, it's totally us. Why wouldn't it be?
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
Fair enough.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are,
Forgot to turn that off,
the
sorry.
Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Make for port Isolde. Oh, I mean, this is one way to get there. I guess I could have just gone around a bit. I'll go this way because there's probably going to be a trap ahead that is the Black Shields.
Through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ooh, we're going to find another dragon? I certainly hope not. Oh. Alright, we got some fallen shit. What's up?
Ever since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
It's us. We're waking. Just our presence.
Get it, boy!
What have we here?
More of my mother's men.
So long, Black Shields. Okay. Wait, a what? A lost bloom? Hold on. Already been over here, haven't I? No. More black shields?
This might take a while.
Might take a while, my ass. Nice trap.
It's over.
Smart bugs.
Blood, Clive.
Lots of it, too.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
Yeah, because you're nothing to me.
Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield Brazilia.
Stay down. Fire and flame!
Where is it?
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camp.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Wait.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We come. Leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
I will say the briskness of this Black Shield storyline is I'm happy that it's not something that's like 20 hours into the game we finally get a conclusion to the whole thing. I mean, we probably will. Or rather, not 20 hours into the game, 20 hours after we encounter them, we finally get a conclusion to it, which we probably won't get a conclusion until then, but at least we're making some headway. We know who they are. They're doing some bad shit. We are on their tail, trying to stop them.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Believe the Chocobos. Chocobos, more like Chocobros.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you?
Maybe.
Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Yeah, they killed fucking everybody. Because they can. I don't know.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
I forgot what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter. Oh, They've done a very good job of making the bad guys detestable. Don't know about Ultima yet. He isn't. I'm not sure about how I feel about him. He's a bad guy, I guess. But he's probably the one that's in charge of all of the icons. He's the one that birthed all the icons. And the icons rose up against him and locked him away, which Mother Crystal's for. This is my guess as to like what the story's gonna be. Breaking all of the Mother Crystals, we remove the chains that are binding Ultima to whatever dimension he's stuck in. Some shit. We've done it before. I think it was three had like crystals and dark crystals, if I'm not mistaken. Music. Am I encountering something that's like big bad? No. Crabs. Fuck. Weird. Music made me think that like we were encountering like the biggest, baddest. And the answer was no, just crabs. It's like the combat music has decided to change. Maybe it's because of the area that I'm in. That seems likely.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Wait. What happened? I don't understand.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
We're not.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice for the dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
No,
Now, fuck off!
Hang the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall! Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Oh, oops.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Jill, what area of
long
this
as it is
this place is safe? Like, the world is not safe.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
They're looking for us. There's no doubt in my mind that they're looking for us. The Lazarus District.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix.
I know that guy.
Can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Sorry I killed a bunch of your men. Oh, they're not dead. Okay.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us. though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Oh, I can't wait to kill him.
Son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Wade's not making that out of this alive, I don't think.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my
He doesn't. He doesn't. Ooh, what's this? You know what? Using crafting, let's pick up.
Of course, my
Empire.
lord.
Why not? Better to have than to not.
As you wish, my lord. Will that be all?
I am really tempted to do this right now. Just to get it over with. But I think I'll save it for tomorrow. Ooh! This game continues to be enjoyable. I will probably forever say that because it's... I just hope the end lands. It doesn't need to be like the greatest, most compelling ending to a game ever, but I'd like it to not suck. You know? Like, I think the only ending that I don't like in Final Fantasy canon is it's confusing. that's about it, really. Like, I don't really care for the first game's ending, but it actually makes sense and is, I think, an interesting thing that they did. So, like, just time travel and stuff. You don't see that very often. Well, I mean, I guess you do, but like, you didn't see it in like a fantasy-based game on the NES. So that was kind of cool. Yeah. I hope it comes to a conclusion that I go, yeah, that game was cool. And I mean, I'm gonna get there anyway. I mean, I say the same thing about Mass Effect 3 all the time. Happy N7 Day. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you'll do so again in the future. And until next time, bye.